We turn the balls into the referees, and a normal typical game we would give them 6 balls a couple hours before the game. If it's going to be bad weather, we'll check in 12. The refs check them, make sure they're inflated to the proper air pressure. They pretty well choose what ball gets used. As far as kicking, that type of stuff, there's not a special ball that gets used. Usually our quarterbacks like a deeper pebble on their ball, a broken in ball that is not real new, they'd prefer, but not so old that there's not any pebble left in the grain of the football.
It has to be kind of broken in. Generally, if the kickers don't kick it, I know I did it at home, but I'd have to take a ball into the street and just peg it against the ground a few times. And usually it wipes off anything that's still on there. But what people don't know is like the newest balls are really, really sticky at first, and that's not really something that we need at quarterback, because it may be sticky whenever you're not throwing, but as soon as you try and throw and the movement of your arm, it makes it just slide out of your hand. Generally speaking, we have practice balls, and then we bring those to the games, and usually I have the kickers break them in a little bit. I check them after every time after they use them, so I don't really let them get too worn down. But really, it's about 1 or 2 times, and that's really about it. That's how many times they kick it. Whenever it's a colder day and I know I'm dealing with a tougher ball, I don't put on lotion, just because. You gotta find a way to keep it in your hand. So I guess my hygiene somewhat goes down south a little bit to sacrifice for football.
For me, I just like it to be a little bit worn, a little bit broken in at least. I think most quarterbacks do. And usually before I throw it, you throw it in the game. I just kind of like to feel it, throw it beforehand. We had a bunch of new ones that were at the beginning of spring. They're just now getting to the point where it's like, okay, like I like this ball. And so I think it's just breaking it in. Me and my dad a lot of times would just get like oils or like rags, and we would just sit at home and literally just like rub it like during movies like all night long. I never really threw it because that just takes too much effort. As long as if it feels good in my hand, I'm usually all right with it.